Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I'm Vinu Anand at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leaders interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulae for many. And this is what we aim for with these sessions by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge sharing community. We have one such corporate giant on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Appasaheb Kabadagi. He has over 3 decades of extensive experience in the pharmaceutical industry, specializing in projects management, OSD manufacturing, site operations, capital equipment purchasing, and plant engineering. His career spans various reputable companies, where he has successfully led and executed greenfield projects, managed diverse pharmaceutical operations, and demonstrated a commitment to regulatory compliance, safety, and efficiency. In his over a decade-long tenure at Alembic Pharmaceuticals Limited, where he currently serves as head of site operations, he has played a pivotal role in steering the company's OSD manufacturing operations. His responsibilities include overseeing manufacturing, packaging, engineering, HSF, and HR functions, showcasing his versatile leadership capabilities. He has successfully navigated the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, implementing initiatives for cost reduction, profitability enhancement, and regulatory compliance improvement. Welcome, sir. And to start with, could you please let our viewers know in brief about your career journey so far, with highlights of important career milestones, decisive professional steps, etc.
Yes, thank you, Vinu, for that question and my interview today. My industrial career spans over 3 decades, as you said rightly. It started way back in 90s. Then my first professional career milestone was teaching. I started my career with teaching for a year. Then my career moved to industrial plant engineering, which was spanned around 6 years. After that, I made another milestone appraisement, which spanned to around 2 decades plus with all Indian top 10 companies. After that, in last years and currently in my new job, I'm taking care of operations plus the GMP related work of pharmaceutical industry. This work spanned into different role playing. It was academic start, then understanding of pharmaceutical industry in a plant operations. From there, the 2 decades of project management, which included commercial knowledge, people management, then operations understanding, the pharmaceuticals products, pharmaceutical capacity, and business, industry, and the consumers. So after that, in the last 6 years plus, I have been hands-on involved with productivity, digitization, understanding of the governance, importance of governance plus corporate operations. And by mastering or by being on top of that, my recent change into this Synergy Pharmaceuticals Corporation Private Limited of Sri Lankan, where my transition as a leader titled Chief Operating Officer is moved to strategies and policy making. So these are majorly milestones which I have crossed and played the roles in pharmaceutical industry, spanning into leadership, strategy, operations, policy making, decisions, execution, then implementation.
Wow, such an extensive and inspiring journey. Thank you for sharing. You have continually upskilled yourself with educational degrees and courses. So, is it because of your love for knowledge, quest for better professional skills, or willingness to aid your career?
Yes, if you ask me this question, it's a blend of all of them. So there are the 30-year span of my career. I have seen the world moving from generation to generation, from manual operation to automation to digitization to the current industry 4.0 technology and industrial fourth generation adapting. While doing so, I had quest as well as career opportunity thinking and as well as hunger for knowledge. And since I had kept my awareness, then mindfulness and my communication open, with this, all things happening around me and in the world made me to time do my this upskilling through education. Starting with in 90s, it was a breakthrough technology in India by IT introduction. So during that period, I did my information technology related educational courses, which includes e-commerce certified by IBM and also IT networking. And also the period of 90s included a knowledge management. So I took managerial academic, which includes my MBA course, which also included my materials management course, and also included cost accounting, understanding of cost, ICWA preliminary. So these all things I did it in 90s. As we move into 2000 and 2010 onwards, the technology, optimization, profitability, cost reduction, human management, those all things started happening around the world. Hence, the digitization became more important recently in the last 10 years. And also leadership became more important during the 2000s plus 2010 onwards. Hence, I did a technology related courses in IIT Mumbai. And also I upskilled myself into project management through SP Jain. And also I upskilled myself into leadership skill through Indian Institute of Management, Lucknow. So this all, including this current, my course of Independent Directors, is all a blend of upskilling and quest of my knowledge and also for career improvement. What is my insight in my 50 years of life? Knowledge is a substitute for work. If you don't have all the words time to have an experience on your own. So by education, you can substitute it and advance your career, and as well as you become stand out in the crowd with your knowledge during discussion, during debates, everywhere. So that helps you in terms of this educational quest.
Great. I suppose one person full of lot of knowledge and skills, a varied variety. I mean, you're just been upskilling yourself and learning. So I think our viewers will be very happy to be inspired by this.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, sir. So as you have managed large teams, what according to you does leadership mean?
See, leadership has a multifaceted perception. It's a perception. It includes your personality first, which means what are your values, what are your ethics, and what are your standards of integrity. A leader needs to be a high standard of moral value, then you need to be impeccable integrity in whatever it does, and highly ethical practitioner as a individual personality. And also you need to be presenting yourself hygienically, and also you should be emotionally sensitive. Since you are dealing with human being in your day-to-day work, so if you are not sensitive, people will not connect with you. To be connected and to lead the people, you need to be a sharing person. And as you grow in your career, as you build a skill, or as you build your experiences, share with them. So from phase to phase of your career, if you migrate and if you transit and take the leadership positions differently in your age of 25 plus to 30, 30th to 40, 40th to 50, then 50 plus. When you are landing into these zones, you should migrate yourself and you should go into mentoring, go into taking care of the people, and you understand the emotions and you also become sensitive. And this is about your personality. Apart from this, people will also listen to you and look around you in terms of content of knowledge. So whether you are relevant today or not. So you need to be relevant. If you are relevant, then only you will lead the people. So what is leading? You need a followers. People will follow you only when they have a relevancy for them. So then you need to be relevant also along with your personality. So that is what my insight of leading a number of people in my career.
Thank you so much for sharing. What triggered your interest in ESG and corporate governance?
Since, as I said you in my earlier responses, I have been quite open in understanding, being mindful what is happening around. The society at large, which is a big stakeholder, then the world around us, the globe around us, where we live, is the second factor. Then third is the where economy. So these all put together, if you are a watchful, if you are a mindful, you know what is happening right and what is happening wrong. So if you assess and evaluate, here the last 5 to 10 years, the outcome after the 2013 Companies Act amendment, the governance became more relevant because there were a lot of misgovernances we have observed in India as well as worldwide. Second thing, the society, where the society where we live are the biggest stakeholders. The stakeholders' vulnerability and the stakeholders' benefit, growth. So that is where the second factor came into picture. Environment, where day by day we are seeing the weather changes, then the global warming, then the green revolution, then the impact of all this on human being as well as the next generation. These all changes, what I observed in terms of misgovernance as a society impacted or vulnerability, and the environmental impact which has shown its own faces in the last few years in terms of the environmental disturbances. Those all have made me to show and understand ESG in more and practice it, understand it, make it as my career front runner.
Thank you so much, sir. So, as an ESG and corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the table?
The values under the corporate governance are ethical practices, integrity, then high standards of moral. In today's generation, if you want to be a corporate leader, or if you want to be a corporate citizen, or you want to be a society citizen, as a national citizen, you should have your own defined value system, as well as a moral standard, as well as integrity. My understanding why these are important is the greed is driving the society in the today. I'm not finding the richer people are stopping any greed, or in the same way, the poor people are also now getting towards and influenced by the greed of the richer people. The recent survey also showed the richer are becoming more richer, the poor are also becoming more poorer. And this indicates, as a citizen, whether it is a corporate, whether it is a society, whether it is a family, it's my responsibility to become a role model in terms of demonstrating high standard of moral values, then ethical practices, and integrity, which the followers of my leadership, or people who are observing me, or the family members which are looking me as a role model will follow, and I can make some change in them, their life.
Thank you so much for your valuable inputs. What are some of the most remarkable changes you have seen in your field with the changes in technology? And what changes do you expect to see with the advent of IoT, AI, ML, blockchain, big data, and Web 3.0?
Yeah, it's an apt and relevant question due to change. The change is only constant thing in the world, and the change are having a shorter life cycle in today. The change what I've seen in pharmaceutical industry are automation, then digitization. Initially, automation was with a perspective of repeated, consistently same production, and also on time getting a highly productive outputs. Slowly, the human errors, then human related integrity problems, they started cropping up. And as a corrective action to this, the society has, or the industry has developed itself into digitization. So digitization is a true face of representing what action has happened, what event has happened, what product you have produced, how much is good, how much is bad, and bad is because of machine, or bad is because of a person, or bad is because of a working environment. So this picture is clear through a digitization of all your operations, and it was more relevant for a pharmaceutical industry from the point of view of drugs produced for life-saving purpose, and the drugs produced with a current pharmaceutical regulations correctly followed, and there are no adulteration, there are no wrong mix-ups, there are no wrong labeling, there are no drug cross-contamination. To have this, the digitization or technology change of artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, data mining, and the smart reports. So they all have helped. And my last 10 years of my career, I have focused more on understanding and mastering or leading this digitization in my workplace. All the projects I have done, the operations I have led, leadership I've done for people, machines, and the products. Going forward, I'm seeing this artificial intelligence, machine learning, and smart reports or smart way of working will be part of it, from the simple reason the usage of ChatGPT or artificial intelligence in our day-to-day is going to make a people who are friendly with this technology will be a more demanding compared to people who are less savvy or user of a AI and ChatGPT kind of thing, which will help to protect their own roles performance in their career. This is going to make a big change going forward.
Thank you so much for sharing so much knowledge. I suppose technology is making life easier and more perfect. Like, you're more organized with that. So
Sure, correct.
definitely
You
it will
put it right.
help our. So hope our viewers will really enjoy viewing this. So coming to the next, we're building a community of industry magnates. The move is meant for cross-pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge-sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. So what are your thoughts about this initiative taken by Mr. Jishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
Today, you need to pick the people who have really work experience. The work experience includes the people who have really done the reflections of their actions, reflections of daily work, and collectively the reflections translated into insights. What is more relevant for the people going forward, whatever work and initiative done by World Development Corporation or Independent Directors Institute, is to collaborate all these highly experienced industrial leaders and gather their insights, which have been resulted through their reflections of actions and their work experience from different roles played in their long span of career, and also the transitions they have gone through, how successfully transitions have been handled. For example, me, transitions through teaching role, plant operations role, plant maintenance role, project operations role, currently strategy and policy related role. Apart from this, a person who also understands the corporate as well as academics and gives equal importance to their own health. To just give you a hint, to implement that, I am a marathon runner. I have completed 15 full marathon runs so far. That is 42.2 kilometers. And I'm also a yoga practitioner every day, 1 hour for last 6 years. This means you, apart from the leadership, apart from your importance to ESG, you're also a role model for your fitness. These all things are relevant for the next generation to become a magnet, to attract the people and be a role model for following.
Thank you so much for your, inspiring and kind words. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will inspire future leaders. Thank you so much, Appasaheb, for joining us today. Wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute unquestionably has expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a wonderful day ahead, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Vinu.
Thank you so much, sir.